Hi everyone, I'm Manolya. I'll mention about critical thinking. Here are our subtopics. I'll talk about what is critical thinking standards, benefits of critical thinking, barriers of critical thinking, and characteristics of a critical and uncritical thinker. What is critical thinking? Critical thinking is an approach to this decision at the best possible solution. Generally, the first means that comes to mind is fault-finding. This is because we often use this word when we experience negative daily events. For example, when you take a decision, your mom criticizes your ideas without thinking the importation of your ideas. That's why you may think that your mother doesn't care about your opinions and focuses on fault-finding. But critical also means making enhanced observations and to judge. Furthermore, it helps identifying, analyzing, and make reasonable decisions on arguments and claims. It helps understanding that the claim is true or false. There are some important standards. These are clarity, precision, accuracy, relevance, consistency, logical correctness, completeness, and fairness. Firstly, clarity. It needs to be obvious and easily understandable when we evaluate argument or claim. However, most of people cannot express themselves clearly due to laziness, carelessness, and lack of skill. The most importance of clarity is that it helps to us like a guide. The clearer our thoughts are, the easier it becomes to achieve our goals. Precision. It means discovering something important that others have missed, improving observation and thinking differently. Accuracy. It's necessary to make sure that the information is correct or not, free from distortion. It means that the meaning hasn't undergone any significant alterations or manipulations, and it's still true, accurate, and faithful to its original context. Relevance. Arguments must be related to each other and support the main idea. Consistency. When we look at the meaning of the word, people's behaving and performing must be in the same way. There must be harmony between these. Some people are aware of this situation, but the others aren't. Although they know that it's not true behavior, but they go on doing. Consequently, these people are bad at critical thinking. They think that the more important than it's their failures of character. For example, smoking by a father who says that smoking is unhealthy. If it's unhealthy, why are you smoking? Logical correctness. For an argument to be correct, it's necessary that beliefs underlying the argument needs to be consistency, reasonable, and logical. If it's like that, then we can reach well-founded conclusion. Let's look at this example. Think of someone who is allergic to milk. If that person is allergic to milk, his allergy will be activated when he drinks milk. And logically, he will be allergic to other things that contain milk. That is, the arguments put forward must be linked to the conclusion. Completeness. For correct thinking needs thinking deeply rather than superficial. However, it can be changed according to situation. For example, it's not possible to talk about the subject in detail for a 10-minute presentation. Fairness. Because of our beliefs, sometimes we are prejudiced. It's hard to giving up thinking personally, although it's hard. When you achieve, you start to think critical. Benefits of critical thinking in the classroom, in the workplace, and in life. In the classroom, university is different from high school. The aim is providing for new opportunity for students to generating new ideas. Besides teaching knowledge that already been, critical thinking plays an important role in generating new ideas. Critical thinking skills are understanding the arguments and beliefs of others, critically evaluating those arguments and beliefs, developing and defending one's own well-supported arguments and beliefs. Students who how to use these skills can be efficient in the class. They can criticize knowledge, learn, and evaluate arguments. By doing this, they can enhance their investigating ability. In workplace, nowadays many workplaces need two people who quick learners, good at solving problem, think creatively, besides well specialized in their career. This is because time is the most important component of today's world. These people can critically evaluate because these skills provide base of critical thinking. Having these abilities make you a notable person. In life, critical thinking cannot be considered separately from daily life. People take a lot of decisions in a day. They realize that the decision is not true because they don't think a lot on the subject. For example, teachers choose a class representative in order to both help them and enable to communication with other students easily. There are two candidates. One of them is your close friend, the other is just your friend, and you know he is good at this. First choice, you can choose your close friend because he is your close friend, even if he is not appropriate for this mission. But other person exactly appropriate for this mission. What will you do? If you're thinking deeply, you need to choose the second candidate because he is talented and he helps you more than the first one. If you choose first one, you will realize that your decision is a fault. Critical thinking improves your personality. Every day we learn new knowledge, but the problem is that are these things true or not? We need to research. When research, you won't just learn a new thing. At the same time, you learn why it's true. Barriers of critical thinking. There are a lot of barriers to critical thinking. We will look at this: egocentrism, sociocentrism, warranted assumption, unwarranted assumption, and stereotypes. Relativistic thinking, wishful thinking. Egocentrism. Egocentrists are selfish. They believe in that they are perfect person. They think that they are superior to everyone else. There are two types of egocentrism. First one, self-interested thinking. These people think according to their interest. If something is useful for them, then it's true. But unfortunately, what is beneficial is not always what is right. Second one, self-serving. These people are tendency to overrate themselves. Even if they don't have some features, they act like they have. Actually, in the situation, they lie for themselves by assuming they have features they don't. By doing this, they try satisfy themselves. Sociocentrism. It's group-centered thinking. It can be harmful for critical thinking due to the fact that it focuses on beliefs and needs of group. There are 2 points make hard thinking critical. First one, group bias. Its tendency to see one's own better than others. This group have some special features and opinions. They don't care all other opinions except from their opinions. Always theirs superior to others. For example, everyone on the group is English. They can look down on others' language, lifestyle, and foods. Second one, conformism. It's herd instinct. These people prefer following a group or opinion. They accept rules of the group without thinking. Sense of belonging is one of people's needs sometimes, even if some points contradict to their own ideas. They don't stand out. Warranted assumption, unwarranted assumption, and stereotyping. Assumption is a part of daily life. Almost every day we assume about something. A warranted assumption, for example, your tomorrow your birthday, you saw a birthday cake on the fridge. You know that your family will give a party for you, and so you don't make a other plan. But there are unwarranted assumptions. These are not logical. You cannot show a logical proof. For example, when you see someone who eats apple, think that person is vegetarian. Stereotyping is making a hasty generalization. For example, you have met three redheads and they were all Irish, so all Irish are redheads. It's not true. Relativistic thinking. According to relativism, the truth can be changed people to people or group to group. There are two types of it. Subjectivism. There is no absolute truth. One's idea is true for him. For example, someone believes in reading book unnecessary. Maybe you don't think like that, but it's his truth. Cultural relativism. There are common opinion of a group. For example, Turkish people eat cow meat, but Indians don't because of their beliefs. Moral subjectivism is the opinion that what is morally right and good for an individual. Cultural relativism is the opinion that what is morally right and good for a group. Wishful thinking. It's believing that it's true what you desire for. For example, you attend a song contest, you saw eliminated, and you think that you didn't deserve eliminating. After that, watch again your performance, you realize that you had some mistakes. Actually, you considered what you wanted to happen was real. Characteristic of a critical thinking. Characteristics of a critical thinker. These people are skilled at understanding, recognizing their limitation, to value opposing view. Characteristics of an uncritical thinker. These people think unclear, evaluate unfairly arguments, and ignore their limitations.